5 terrifying cursed items that actually exist. Number 5. Thomas Busby's chair. In 1702, a man named Thomas Busby was about to be hanged for having committed murder. His final request was to have his final meal served at his favourite pub. After he finished his meal, Thomas Busby stood up and said, "May sudden death come to anyone who dare sits in my chair." That same exact chair remained in the pub for centuries after the death of Thomas Busby, and it is said to have claimed many lives. In 1967, 2 Royal Air Force pilots sat in the chair, and shortly after doing so, they both died, having crashed their truck into a tree just after they left. And a year after that, in 1971, the story goes that when the pub's cleaning lady tripped and fell into the chair, she died shortly afterwards from a brain tumour. The list of deaths from Thomas Busby's chair only continues to go on and on and on, until finally the pub owner moved the chair into the basement. Later on, the pub owner also donated the chair to the local museum in 1972, and the museum displays the chair by hanging it 5 feet in the air so no one could possibly sit on it by mistake again. Number 4. Annabelle the doll. In 1970, a woman purchased an old doll for her daughter from a thrift shop. Her daughter liked it so much that she put it up in her apartment. But shortly after she did this, both her and her roommate noticed odd and paranormal things happening involving the doll. The doll would move by itself, often being found in another room even though no one had touched it. They found small scraps of parchment paper, which they didn't even own, with childish handwriting scrawled on them, and they even found the doll standing impossibly on its legs one time as well. The doll was apparently possessed by the spirit of a young girl called Annabelle, who had died in the apartment building decades ago. The doll remained in the apartment for a short while after the discovery, but this led to increased paranormal activity in their apartment, including having a male friend get attacked by the doll one night, leaving vicious scratch marks all over his chest and torso. After having professionals investigate the doll, it was further discovered that it was possessed by a demon, who had lied about its identity in order to get close to the girls, perhaps intending to possess one or both of them. The doll was donated to a museum in Connecticut, and that is where it resides today, encased in a glass display cabinet, with a warning sign on the glass that reads, "Warning, positively do not open." Number 3. The Hands Resist Him painting. The Hands Resist Him features a boy and a creepy doll standing in front of a glass door. The painting was created in 1972 by an artist called Bill Stoneham, and was later purchased by the Hollywood actor John Marley. It was then bought by a Californian couple before going up for sale on eBay, along with a dire warning about the problems involved with owning the object. According to the owners of the painting, the figures in the painting moved around at night, sometimes disappearing from the canvas entirely, and the boy in the painting was said to actually enter the room where the painting hung. As well as this, everyone who viewed the painting reported symptoms of feeling sick and very weak. Small children were said to have taken one look at the painting and run from the room screaming, and adults sometimes felt like unseen hands were grabbing them. As well as this, others said that they felt a blast of hot air, as if they had opened an oven when they viewed the painting. This painting now resides in an art gallery in Michigan. Number 2. The Anguished Man painting. This scary looking painting was kept in the owner's grandmother's attic for 25 years before the owner inherited it from her. The grandmother had always told the owner that the painting was evil, explaining how the artist who created it had used his own blood mixed with the paint, and had killed himself shortly after completing it. She claimed to hear voices and crying when the painting was displayed, and to see the shadowy figure of a man in her house, which is why she locked it away in the attic. The new owner began to experience the same kinds of paranormal activity as soon as he took possession of the painting. The owner decided to set up a camera overnight to try to capture some of the strange events occurring on tape. And I'm actually going to play some of the footage now, so I'll quickly put that on screen. So yeah, that is the story of the Anguished Man painting. Number 1. The Meertles Plantation Mirror. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong, by the way, but the Meertles Plantation is an allegedly haunted bed and breakfast that is largely considered to be the most haunted home in the United States, as well as one of the most haunted houses in the world. This plantation dates back to 1796, and it was built on a Native American burial ground. Additionally, it is rumored to be the location of at least 10 murders, and paranormal events are an almost daily occurrence. Perhaps the most haunted item on the premises is a mirror that was added to the home in 1980. Guests of the plantation have reported seeing figures lurking in the mirror, as well as child-sized handprints on the glass. Legend claims that the mirror contains the spirits of a lady and her children. These people were poisoned to death, and though custom dictates that mirrors should be covered after the death to prevent spirits from getting trapped, the mirror was not covered, so the belief is that these people are very much present and active within the mirror. Anyways, that's going to wrap up today's video, so I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below, and subscribe if you haven't already, but there'll be some videos on the screen for you guys to check out. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.